Yippee! It's done! Look, look! Isn't this great? I'm tired. The goddess is a real strict boss. That's right, she's working us to death. Oh, be quiet. Now, just give this to that Gina girl and have her sew it into a lovely, elegant robe. Toodles, sweetie. Bye-bye. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. As you can see there by that cutscene, we have finally received the fabric needed to make the goddess robe. It took long enough, but fortunately now that we have that, we can deliver that to Gina, and all of the hard work for this event path will really be over. We have a couple of other events to see, but for the most part, we're getting a really good ways into it, and it should be done relatively soon. So today is summer day 9. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I have a couple of things I'd like to go over in this video. We will go and visit Gina today to go and give her the cloth, and I have a couple of other things that I can do if I can manage to fit them into the video. So I've been playing for quite a while since I've recorded, which has kind of been why I've sort of had a lack of videos, because I was waiting so long for that event to pop up. I almost thought that I had messed something up, because to me it seemed like it took a little bit longer than 2 weeks. It is possible that it took a little bit longer because I had a little bit of rain. I had rain for about 3 days, the last couple of days, and it's been sunny for 2 or 3 days now. So I'm just going to water the crops here, check on the animals, and then we will go to the villa. One of the changes I made was that I got rid of one of my chickens. I kept Fail and I kept Flick because they're the 2 older chickens that have a better chance of giving me golden eggs. However, I just have an overabundance of eggs. I have way too many eggs that I have a really hard time getting rid of. I haven't been using them as gifts or anything like that, and I have been selling them, but I don't really need to use them, and I don't really need the money when I sell them either. I have a really large number of them in my fridge as well that I can use when I do cooking, but for the most part I just feel like I have too many eggs and I didn't really need the 3rd chicken, so I ended up getting rid of it. And as you can see here, the baby cow has finally fully grown up. It grew up a couple of days ago, and so far I haven't really noticed any sort of changes. The cow gives me small milk to start out with, which is no change from the other cows I have on my farm that I purchased, but I haven't really checked its affection level, so I'll have to keep an eye on that to see if the affection level right now is any higher than it is usually, or if the cow is going to give me better milk faster. Alright, so now I think what we'll do is go to the villa, and hopefully Gina will be there. Now, Gina is usually in and around the villa during the morning. Right now it's 11:30. It's just a really good time to check around. Usually in the very early morning, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, she's in town, but she kind of returns and stays in the villa for most of the day. And the reason that that's important is because you can only give Gina the fabric for the dress when she's inside the villa. If you talk to her when she's outside, it will not work. Dia and Martha don't have to be in the villa, that's not important, but Gina certainly does. Gina? She's upstairs. Gina? Gina? Yes? Oh, Nick. Wow, how wonderful. It looks like it's made of a real rainbow. This is for me? Oh, thank you so much. That's amazing. How on earth did you do it? I'm not sure if I understand you, but I'll do my best with this beautiful fabric that you've given me. Alright, so there we are. I think it's kind of funny that your character actually tried to explain how the fabric was made, because nobody except for you can see the Harvest Sprites or Harvest Goddess, so she probably thought you were a little loco, but either way, she was very thankful that we've given her something to work with, and we're gonna need to give Gina a little bit of time in order for her to make the dress. So we'll probably need to wait around another week or so, and the next cutscene should take place at our house as we leave in the morning, whenever it is that Gina is ready with the robe. So we're all done here. So I'm gonna go to Maple Lake, and we are going to try our hand at fishing again. Because now I've sort of figured out what the deal was and why I was having such problems. We still have a little bit of sunlight, so we should probably try that before it gets dark. Because fishing is a little bit time consuming. And hopefully we'll actually be able to catch something, even though I learned how to fish. Sometimes this is a very unlucky type of mini-game, you really don't get much. So anyways, here we go. We got the directional arrows. My issue that I was having was that I was using the directional pad and not the control stick. And I don't know why I didn't figure that out earlier. That should have been, you know, something I tried. Obviously, if the directional pad wasn't working, I should have tried the control stick, but because it's a PlayStation 2 game, I guess I just kind of automatically think directional pad instead of control stick. So that was the issue. You hold down X and you use the control stick in the direction that the arrows are pointing you in to reel the fish in. It doesn't always work, as you could see there. The fish kind of got away, and like I had mentioned earlier, it's kind of an unlucky minigame. But I have finally figured it out, and I'm glad for that. And as you can see in my inventory here, or you may not be able to see it, I'm not actually sure if this game keeps cans or not. Maybe it doesn't. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I had caught a couple of cans earlier. Still no luck with fish, but I did actually manage to reel in a couple pieces of trash. But maybe in this game it doesn't actually keep it and it throws it away automatically, which is kind of interesting. I didn't even really think about that. I was trying to keep it in my inventory as proof, but obviously I wasn't paying very good attention. But anywho, problem solved. If we ever do decide to do Joe's event path, we'll have to get better at fishing because it does require some fishing. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now though. We're still focused on Gina's event path, and we still have a couple of steps to go in that before we'll be finished, but I have a feeling we'll be finished relatively soon. And I have one more little tidbit to say before I'm all finished, and we'll wrap the video up. I'll check the weather first. It looks like it's going to be hot and muggy, and it's going to possibly rain, although the percentage is very low. Speaking of weather, a user by the name of Emerald Gypsy actually told me that the calendar does have a use. Surprise, surprise. The color coding of the calendar actually tells you approximately what the weather is going to be, and I never knew this, and it's such a cool piece of information that's really useful to have. The red means that it's probably going to be dry. It's like the dry parts of the season, always probably going to be sunny. The yellow parts means that it's going to be fair weather, so mostly sunny, but there is going to be a chance of rain. The blue means that it's probably going to rain or there's going to be a storm, it's going to be bad weather. I never knew that, and that's a really sneaky way of integrating the weather system in, and I never really thought the calendar had any use because it doesn't talk about festivals because there are no festivals in this game, and it doesn't talk about characters' birthdays, so here I thought that it was useless, and it apparently isn't, so thank you so much to the person who pointed that out so that I can share it with the rest of you in case you find that useful. I think that's going to be about it for me for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will be back in the next video when I have something to update you all on. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.